Going back to the video. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, businesses, places, events, locales, and incidents are either products of the author's imagination or used in a fictitious manner. Any resemblance to actual persons living or dead or actual events are purely coincidental. Every appearing character is over 18 years old.
無断で複製、改変、録音、賃貸、疑似レンタル、配布配信などすることを禁じます。約束なんだからちゃんと守ってよ。ゆずソフトサワー。パルケ。
Okay guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be playing, I basically went scouring all over the place to find something. I found this, visual novel, I guess. I think it's supposed to be a visual novel. So, I found that, so we're just gonna play that today. It's called Parquet. Yeah, Parquet. I don't necessarily know what it's about. I just went through it, I skimmed through it, I never actually looked at what it was actually about, so. Yeah. I hope y'all enjoy this video. I guess the pre-story. I, Miyoshi Manaka, have come to gravely regret my choice of employment. Ibuki Corporation is a second-tier electronics manufacturer. It's a company that's fairly well known across Japan. However, its glory days have long since passed. Time has done nothing but exacerbate the company's steady decline. Many employees fear for the inevitable. There are even rumors of management taking the money and running. Wait a second, let me check. Looks like this only comes out in Japanese, so I think I'm gonna have to do the voices myself. And this is what I feared. So, be back in a sec. And we're back. Sadly, this only speaks in Japanese, and I don't know Japanese. I'm learning it, but I don't know it. So we're just gonna have to deal with it for now. So, of course, this is the only company that offered me a position, so I hardly had a choice in the matter. I currently worked as a secretary for one of the company's directors. I studied foreign languages back in college, so I can interact with people from abroad to some extent. In all honesty, I think that's the only reason I was hired. I was hoping to get a normal desk job, but lo and behold, I'm now a secretary. Unexpected, to be sure, but it is what it is. Luckily, I can learn all the skills needed for my job via memory grafting. BMI. Brain-Machine Interface. The name is pretty self-explanatory. I suppose it's a device that aids in connecting the human mind to technology. Obviously, the application of this device are wide and varied. For example, you can watch movies or shows with it by transmitting the information directly to your brain. It can also be used as something of a VR device to play games. Conversely, you can also use it as a camera by turning your own sight into a live visual output. It has also become widely used to assist those who have suffered brain injuries. By amplifying weakened nerve transmissions, it allows people that would otherwise be paralyzed to move. Even blind and deaf people can see and hear because of the information that's transmitted directly to their brains via BMI. What's more, there are even BMI prostheses that have been faster reflex timings than real limbs. Additionally, the nerve sensors in such limbs can sense feedback, allowing for each sense of touch to be replicated. The BMI has become a household name because of its wide range of applications in the field of medicine. These days, research focuses on applying the new systems to medical support, robots, and to aid the maneuvering of drones. However, BMI is most widely used for something called memory grafting. Essentially, you can implant the digitized experiences of others directly to your brain to learn skills. I grafted all the skills I'd need as a secretary into my brain, of course. This cutting-edge technology has made it easier to train workers in countries all across the globe and has lowered the learning curves for jobs in every field. Now, everyone has the ability to be proficient at something. It's convenient technology that has reduced employment hurdles, but on the flip side, it's resulted in the shortage of available jobs. A lot of BMI are kept from public for this reason, to preserve the social hierarchy. These BMI are manufactured and sold by private electronic companies. Though the details vary from company to company, Ibuki is, of course, one such BMI manufacturing company, and they've held quite a bit of an influence in the industry. However, they've begun to lag behind their competitors in recent years. Their financial records aren't a pretty sight, from what I hear. Maybe I should change jobs. Not that there's a likely chance I'll find anything if I leave. Thinking about it, it was too stressful, so I stopped. Then one day, my boss summoned me. There will be some changes to your position. Am I being moved to an office? And a pay cut too, maybe? This might be the right time to quit. Not quite. I want you to watch over someone. Well, a doll, to be specific. A doll? I'm kinda confused, but okay. He then takes me to a mysterious room. The work desk looks fine, but the bed, toilet, and shower room catch my attention immediately. It almost feels like they expect me to live in here. Oh no, is that actually what's going to happen to me? Do they want me to be in some sort of escort? Start explaining or I'll sue your ass into oblivion. However, thinking for a second, I quickly realize there's no need to hire a lawyer. I spot a man already in the room. He must be the one living here. I've never seen his face before, but he appears to be around the same age as me. There aren't an employee here, are they? We want you to watch over them. Who is this person, though? Did you hear me? They're a doll. He looks human to me. We brought them along to save the company. This story is getting more bizarre by the second. So, he's some sort of consultant? Or advisor? Well, supposedly, the necessary information has been grafted onto them. Supposedly. Now listen closely. Their existence is the utmost secrecy, so no one can find out anything. They're not to leave this room under any circumstances. Don't forget to keep the door locked. What? I look back and notice there's no doorknob, only a keyhole where it should be. Alright, I think I understand what's going on. They're keeping this person locked in here. Wait, what the hell? They're straight up imprisoning them. Is that even legal? I sure hope I don't end up implicated in some sort of crime for doing this. I would much rather not go to jail. Thank you very much. Don't fret. You won't be getting in any trouble with the law for doing this. That's not very reassuring. Here, allow me to do some explaining. You'll feel much better about this once I do. What you're looking at is something akin to a doll. They're man-made. What the hell am I hearing? This is total nonsense. They're a prototype model produced through the experiments to create a perfect genius. Okay. Some people out there supposedly believe that the essence of a genius can be grafted onto a being. Are you talking about soul grafting? Isn't the consensus that's impossible though? Wait, sorry. Isn't the consensus that it's impossible though? Memory grafting is convenient, but it has limitations. When it comes to grafting human beings in their entirety, a vessel to the house of their consciousness is needed. However, it isn't easy for the human brain to maintain two different people. And that isn't the only problem with the notion. Due to the colossal volume of information that comprises the human brain, properly converting that is exceedingly difficult. Hence, only individual experiences and skills can be grafted. Well, think about it. If you graft enough experiences and skills, aren't you essentially creating a new person?
You want to play with us? You want to be the fourth person?
If you can create a perfect human with the most extraordinary experiences and skills, would that not be what we call a genius? One person thought such a thing was possible. And this is them? They'd be some kind of Frankenstein monster. Wait, wasn't the name of the doctor that made the monster? Well, that's not... Well, not that it matters. I'm glad I got that. I'm super glad. They must be a pretty brave person to agree to that kind of experimentation. I'm not privy to the details, but I do believe the body itself is a result of experimentation as well. What? If the mind is a blank slate, it only stands to reason that it could gain consciousness by grafting a large amount of memory into it. Oh, so that's why we won't get in trouble with the police. Anyhow, it seems that the plan is hit an impasse. Huh? What does that mean? Is the person like a failed test subject or something? Again, I'm not privy to the details. Is it privy or privy? I don't know. But this is underground illegal research, so perhaps something went wrong in that regard. The research was put on hold, the results gathered were disposed of, and finally, they dumped this thing on me. I see. Does he seriously expect me to believe this? And what sort of impasse was he talking about? Do I even want to ask? The whole created the perfect genius story seems a bit too far-fetched. And honestly, even if such a thing were possible, I doubt the resulting specimen would end up in his hands, of all people. This is turning out to be extremely odd. I don't even know what I got myself into anymore. So, when is he gonna wake up? I mean, does he wake up? Or he does wake up, right? Well, they should. But I don't believe they've woken up once, as far as I'm aware. Seriously? Are you sure they're alive? Some adjustments have been made, I'm told, so they should wake up soon. He definitely got scammed. Wait, there must be some kind of catch to this. I shouldn't take what he says at face value. Man, they don't pay me enough for this. I better start searching for a new job. However, oh, dang it, I missed it. Ah, his eyes are opening. What? My boss pushes me away, pushes over to the person. Who is angry? You will work for me. You live to serve me. Remember that. You were born for that reason, and that reason alone. What in the world is this nut job doing? Seriously though, what in the world? Who would obey a self-centered bastard who talks like that? I'd be fuming if he tried to crap on me. If he tried that crap on me. That isn't the first time I've had this thought, but he really needs to work on the way he asks others for favors. So, if this guy refuses to work, it better not be my problem. However, my worries were unfounded. The man was not in the least bit upset about my boss's haughtiness. Actually, he didn't even display any hints of emotion whatsoever. He merely got up and did whatever he was told, no questions asked. He is more than capable, I found out. The results he produced went above and beyond expectations, time and time again. He didn't stop at small spending reduction adjustments. The man planned structural reforms, including major personnel changes, and that's not even half of it. I was surprised to learn that he also had extensive BMI-related expertise. He came up with plans to improve Ibuki's BMI products as well. And his updates were received with critical acclaim, pretty much single-handedly bringing the company back into prominence. I think I said that right. BMI is a cutting-edge technology that is being researched all across the world. I can't believe a single person holds such extensive knowledge on the field. Was that whole experiment story true? Once I tried asking him, what are you really? I don't know. I have no memories from before I woke up in this room. He answers, but his expression is still inscrutable. He says he doesn't know anything about his past, but he seems to not care. Or rather, he doesn't seem to have the emotion to lament his lost memories. He's like the boss, said a puppet. He's like the boss said, a puppet, or maybe a robot, or an AI. I mean, robot and AI are basically the same thing, so. Or the robot has AI, but whatever. I think I understand now. If he woke up in that state, it's no surprise that he'd just accept whatever commands were given to him. Maybe that submissive nature was grafted onto him too. The reforms continued, and Ibuki's management improved dramatically. At the very least, the solvency problems had been all but squashed. There was some pushback to the change, of course. However, as a whole, the reforms were very popular among the employees, especially when the unnecessary meetings were cut back on, as well as the killer overtime most were subjected to. Pretty much all of his proposals have been adopted unconditionally, but not all of them. You want me to step down as director and take my pay cut? Please. You're out of your goddamn mind if you think I'm gonna listen to that. I told you work for me. If you dare suggest something like that to me again, you'll regret it. That proposal was met with indignation. Naturally, of course, a person like him would never let go of their power and status. What surprised me, however, was that the displeasure on the man's expression that his proposal was shot down. That is, if I wasn't imagining that. The shift in his expression was so subtle that I thought I couldn't help but doubt myself. After all, that was the first time I've ever seen him display emotion. Half a year later, sales are on a steady upward trend. Now Ibuki is undisputed industry leader of Japanese BMI manufacturers. However, This isn't enough. Ibuki needs to go higher. That's the only thing you're good for. Come on, earn your damn keep. I need you to do whatever needs to be done. Again, he appears unhappy. In fact, the expression on his face is one of complete irritation. There is no longer any doubt in my mind. His emotions were writ large on his face. I used to think he was something like a robot, but at some point he started displaying emotion. Whatever needs to be done. He mutters under his breath. The irritation has disappeared from his face. Instead, the corners of his mouth quirk into a slight smile. It's like the smirk of some villain plotting their revenge. I haven't the faintest idea what's on his mind. However, I can tell that he's changing as a person. That's my impression, at least. So, what are you planning to do? Nice transition. Whatever needs to be done. And then... Whoa, what the hell do you think you're doing? My boss flips into a rage. He's evidently less than pleased about what has been done. And I can see why. Well, when did I ever tell you you can do this? I told you to make the company bigger. I told you to make yourself useful. How dare you try to make me removed? Like, how am I going to stand for this? That very same proposal to have my boss step down like that was rejected once. Without authorization, he couldn't force it through. However, faced with that challenge, he decided to simply give himself that authority. He purchased 51% of the company's stock. That said, that wasn't his only course of action. He persuaded several major shareholders, won the favor of the other senior executives, and garnered support that way. So sorry guys about the background noise. I'm so sorry. There's nothing I can do right now though. There's too much background noise. Honestly, hope y'all can hear me. I'm gonna have to yell or something because, oh my gosh, the background noise. Still, how in the world did he manage to do that? Were there memories of a con man also grafted onto him? On the subject, I actually helped him by purchasing some stock. A very small amount, of course, but the company can be kept afloat. I'm happy to be a part of the change. How dare you do this to me? This is a necessary action for Ibuki's prosperity, the man says, his tone flat. Excuse you? What is that supposed to mean? If the current management does not change, there is the chance that the company will stagnate and spiral towards bankruptcy once again. Therefore, it will be safer and more secure for me to run it myself, he says. He pretty much called me incompetent. You're out of your mind. I'm this company's... My boss is almost frothing at the mouth in rage. However, he begins to stammer. I am... His shoulders drop and he stands there, stunned. Damn it. Damn you. How could this happen? How could a defective test subject like you do this to me? You goddamn useless puppet. Thus concludes the hidden truth behind Ibuki's miraculous revival and hostile takeover. Now that he can institute proposals with ease, Ibuki is going from strength to strength. He's making the company prosper just as he was asked to. Ultimately, he did obey the order he was given, ironically enough. Maybe this was like a rebellious teen phase or something. Kind of what? Rebellious teen phase. Okay. I think I've heard enough. One day, he came to me with a question. What are humans? What is normal? Hey, excuse me? What are humans? What is normal? What? I'm sorry. I don't understand what you're asking. I ask, you're feeling a bit nervous. There's no reason why I should be, so why? How can he say something like that with a straight face? Do you remember what your boss told me? I'm a defective puppet. Yeah, I guess he did say that. I thought he was just saying that because he was mad, though. Well, either way, it is true that I'm abnormal. I realize that myself. He already knew about his origins before taking over the company. However, he feigned indifference at first. Lately, however, he seems very concerned about his existence. At some point, his tone also became a lot more cordial. He started speaking like a person instead of a robot. But I never expected him to start asking me questions, these weird questions. Ugh, how am I supposed to answer him? I've been thinking because of that. Okay, thinking of what? About what it means to be a normal human. Do you know? Huh? That's a bit of a difficult question. Please leave me out of this. Indeed. The concept of normalcy itself is subjective, so it's hard to come up with an exact answer. I didn't really understand what you just said, but sure, let's go with that. I think I should learn more about myself. Huh? Right. I want to go on a journey of self-discovery. Oh, so that's where this is going. He wants to go on a soul-searching trip. I want to know more. Just hearing this is giving me secondhand embarrassment. However, he's serious about this, so I should respond appropriately. There's no harm in learning more about this world, I suppose. Alright, so what would you like me to help you with? There's something I want you to prepare, but for now. What can I do for you? Can you give me a name? You want me to give you a name? Is that strange for me to ask? Aren't names normal? No, I'm actually kind of glad you're finally concerned about having no name. My old boss, who treated him like a puppet, never gave him one. I once suggested that he do, but he snapped back at me and told me it was unnecessary. And fully expected the puppet himself to feel the same. Perhaps because I witnessed how emotionless he used to be. I was convinced he would never feel the need for a name. So this from him was now terribly surprising. Are you sure you want me to give you a name? You're the only one here. Well, fair point. Due to the takeover incident, a number of employees do know of his existence. However, they know nothing more. He's regarded by everyone as this mysterious figurehead, and I'm his only point of contact. Though I'm not complaining about my job. I don't mind it. You're the only one who has acknowledged me since I woke up. I have no one else but you, so I'd like you to decide. Well, if you insist. I doubt he'll get the joke if I try to dodge the subject with a silly name. I guess I should just pick something simple. I'll need a first name and a last name. Maybe I should pick up a name I'm familiar with instead of trying to go with something unique. Ibuki? How about Ibuki Kanato? Ibuki Kanato. Ibuki for the company. And Kanato. Well, he's always seemed like a wish granter, and Kanao means to grant wishes in Japanese, so maybe it'd be a fitting choice. Though I'll keep that to myself because it's kind of embarrassing to admit. Ibuki Kanato. Ibuki Kanato. Ibuki Kanato. Okay, I like that. Oh, you do? That's good. Thank you for giving me a name. Or my name. I was a little surprised. He's thanking me for my work before, I guess, but this is different. Rather than a business formality, it felt sincere. This might be the first time I've seen him so genuinely touched by someone's actions. He's changed so much since the day we met. Oh, you really don't need to thank me. I didn't do anything big. Anyway, just tell me what you want prepared and I'll have it done. Alright. And that's how I began helping him prepare for his journey of self-discovery. It sounds harder than it actually is, to be honest. If he's setting out to find himself or learn about the world, the less he brings, the better. Thus, I prepare only the basics for him, like money and smartphone to stay in contact. The rest is his choice. Still, what a crazy thing to do. I'm a bit worried, but he should be fine. I mean, this is Japan. If he runs into problems, he'll manage. Probably. So, first he obeyed like a good boy. Then he went through his rebellious phase. Now he's in his adolescence? Well, I just hope he doesn't act cringy like most teens. But he's growing. That much is true. No, I think I'm a little too young to be feeling sentimental over a bird leaving the nest. Better get back to work. Yeah. Since that we finished the pre-story, 30 minutes of that. Oh, okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. I think things are gonna start getting a little more interesting from now on. So, I don't know what else is gonna happen after this. Like, I literally don't know anything about the game. I just found it and I'm like, ooh, looks like fun. It's a visual novel, why not? Anyway, this video has gotten awfully long. I know you guys don't like long videos. Anyway, so we're just gonna end the video right here and I'll make episode 2, where we start the actual series instead of just the introduction pre-thing. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you want me to do any other visual novels. And I will see you in the next episode. Ciao.